Welcome to everyone who's coming in the room. This is a chair class. So if you have a chair available, you can set it up. And if you don't, you could sit on the edge of a couch or a bed, whatever you have available. Okay, and if you haven't been on Zoom a lot, I think most of us have, but if you haven't, you could pin me so that you're seeing me on the screen instead of everyone in gallery, just by going to the corner, the top right corner of the box I'm in, and there'll be 3 dots, and then you can scroll down and do pin speaker. And everyone is welcome to make their own choice about keeping your camera on or off. So you can decide, and you can always change your mind as well. All right, I'm gonna get started. This is a chair yoga class that comes to you from exhale to inhale. And exhale to inhale empowers survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault using trauma-informed yoga. So the classes that they offer will give you a lot of options, and you can make choices as we go along based on what feels right for you today and from moment to moment. All right, so this is a chair class, and you'll notice I have these blocks under my feet. You do not need blocks. I happen to be a very petite person, and so for me to have my feet on the floor is not always possible. So I'm using blocks, but for most people, you are likely able to put your feet on the floor. My name is Shayna, and I'm so honored to be here. So we'll get started today just by looking around the room so that you can situate yourself in the space around you. And you might look and see where there are doors, where there are windows, what kind of furniture is around you. You can even look behind you to see what's behind you. And this gives you a sense of your surroundings so you feel more positioned in your space. You can also find something that's pleasant or calming that you would look at during the class if you need an anchor, if you need a point to look at. All right, and then once you feel really connected to your surroundings, begin to feel into your feet as they press down into the floor, or in my case, into the blocks. And you can start to breathe a little more deeply if that's comfortable. Inhaling and exhaling and noticing your breath, so that the breath helps you to draw your attention inward, and the breath is kind of a container for your focus. All right, we're gonna start with a very simple pose, mountain pose. You can bring your arms alongside your body with the palms facing inward and spread the fingers out. As you feel your feet rooting down, you can start to lengthen upward through the crown of the head. Relax the shoulders down away from your ears. Feeling the stability and the strength of a mountain. So this is kind of like embodying that. Great, and now we're gonna start with some arm movements. As you inhale, reach the arms forward and up, and you're welcome to go at your own pace or to just watch or to join me. As you exhale, reach the arms out and down. Don't worry if your breath doesn't line up with my instructions. Inhale to reach the arms forward and up. As you exhale, reaching the arms out and down by your sides. Yeah, let's do that a few more times. Inhale to reach arms forward and up. Exhale, reaching arms out and then down. Once more, inhale, reach the arms forward and up. And exhale, reaching the arms out and down. If you'd like, you can return to mountain pose. Take a breath just to feel and notice how that affected your body. Okay, and then if you'd like to join me for cat and cow in a seat, you can bring your hands to your thighs, if that's comfortable. And as you inhale, we're gonna rock forward a little bit, looking up and lifting the sternum towards the ceiling. As you exhale, you can rock back and tuck the chin and around the spine, coming into cat. Again, inhale, shoulders back, rocking forward, look up. And exhale, tilting the pelvis back, roll the chin down and round the spine. We'll do this 3 more times, and you can move at your own pace. Again, don't worry if the breath doesn't match up with the cues. It's more important to just notice your breath. Do 1 more round if you'd like. And then we'll come back to neutral with our pelvis and spine and back into mountain pose. You can look around the room again if you need to get grounded and situated in your space. Good. And then if you'd like to join me, we're going to be doing some half sun salutations. You can go at your own pace with this as well. As you inhale, reach the arms out to the sides and up overhead. As you exhale, bring the hands to your thighs and begin to lean forward any amount. It could be a little bit or a lot. Inhale, press hands into thighs and lift the torso up, maybe even looking up at the ceiling. And then exhale, bring the spine back to neutral. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale, arms sweep out and up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands down to the thighs and begin to lean forward. As you inhale, lift the sternum, lifting the torso and looking up. Exhale and bringing your pelvis and spine back to neutral. If you'd like to join me, we'll do 2 more of these. Inhale the arms out and up, expanding in the rib cage. Exhale the hands down to the thighs and begin to lean forward. Inhale to scoop forward and look up. And exhale to draw the navel back towards the spine, coming to neutral. Inhale, reach arms out and up, like you're making a big circle. Exhale, hands down, begin to tip forward, leaning into a forward fold. Inhale and lift the sternum and the chest, looking up. Exhale to come back to a neutral seat and look forward. Good. And then you can go ahead again and take a feeling breath, if you'd like, to notice the effects of that movement. Use your breath to connect to your body, to draw your attention inward. And now that I think everyone is here, we have our quorum, I'm going to introduce the theme for this class. So the theme for this class is resilience. And what resilience means is the ability to rebound or to kind of recover after some difficulty. So one way to recover is by getting connected to your breath and connected to your body. And it's not so much about overcoming difficulties as the bandwidth that you have to kind of come back to yourself, your stability afterwards. Okay, so now that we have the theme for the class, let's continue. We're gonna come into a warrior two position with our legs. And I'm gonna give you two options. So again, I'm using blocks just because I'm quite short, but you don't need to use blocks on your end. So option one is coming to the edge of your seat, making sure the chair is stable, and then pointing your right thigh to the right and your left thigh forward. So you have a bit of a hip opening. And this is option one. Option two is to start to extend your left leg so that you're in a warrior two-like position. And that might mean that the left leg is entirely straight. It might mean that the knee is a little bit bent or bent a lot. So again, I'm just using these blocks because my legs are short. All right, and then once you're here in your choice, and also if we have yoga practitioners who know warrior two and want to do it standing, you're always welcome to do it standing. Okay, if you'd like, begin to extend the arms out to the sides. So you're in your warrior two with the right knee bent. Good, you could stay here, or you could join me as we do some movement in warrior two. Good, if you're coming with me into extended side angle, bring your right forearm onto your right thigh and reach the left arm up. Good, you could stay here, or you could start to reach the left arm over the left ear, extending the arm. Yeah, now we're gonna bring a little movement, dancing warrior two. Inhale to come up. And exhale to come back into your extended side angle. Inhale to rise up, and this engages your core, your abdominal muscles. Exhale to bring the forearm down and reach the arm overhead. We'll do that one more time. Inhale to rise. And exhale to come into your side angle. Good. And then reaching your left arm to the left. Extend both arms. Take another breath just in your warrior two. If your arms are not too fatigued and if you want to join me. And then you can bring the arms down and carefully slide your legs forward. So the knees are pointing forward and coming back into a mountain pose. So feet on the ground, arms alongside your torso. If you'd like, you can spread the fingers out and feel for lifting the crown of the head up towards ceiling. If you'd like a moment to look around, you can also, again, look around your space, just feeling for your position within the room. Good. And then we'll move to the second side, coming into warrior two with your left knee pointing to the left. Just slide your seat to the edge of your chair and a little bit to the left. And I'm going to use my blocks, but again, most people won't be needing blocks. All right, so choice one, option one, is to keep the legs pointed at 90 degrees. So your right knee is facing forward, left knee is facing to the left. And this may be enough for a lot of us. Option two is to start to extend your right leg out any amount. It might be completely straight, it might be a little bit bent, it might be bent quite a bit. And then finding your warrior two. Again, if you have a yoga practice and you want to do this standing, you're always welcome to stand and do this on a mat. Yeah, okay, reaching arms out. If you'd like to join me, come on into your warrior two. And then we're gonna do a little bit of movement here, undulating between our warrior two and our extended side angle. And bringing your left forearm to your left thigh, reach the right arm up if you want to join me in this. And if you'd like a little more stretch through your right side, you could start to reach the right arm over the right ear. Good. All right, inhale, sweep the right arm to the right to come on up into warrior two. Exhale, bring the forearm down again and reach the right arm up and overhead. Inhale, reach the right arm to the right and rise up. You can go at your own pace. Exhale, bring the left forearm down and reach the right arm overhead. Good. Inhale to come up. We'll do this 2 more times. Exhale, bring the forearm down and extend right arm overhead. Inhale, reaching right arm out, come on up. And exhale, bring left forearm down and reach right arm overhead. Good, and then we'll come back into our warrior two. And if you would like, you can hold it for a breath. By now your arms are a little tired, mine are at least, and bring the arms down, carefully holding the chair, start to bring both legs back, forward, knees bent, feet on the ground, and we'll come back to our mountain pose. You can bring the arms alongside your body, stretching out the fingers, lining the crown of the head up through the plumb line of your body towards the pelvic floor. All right, we're gonna do a boat pose first. If you'd like to join me in this boat pose, shift your sit bones a little back so that you're not at the very front of your chair. Yeah. Check out that your chair feels stable. It's not gonna like wiggle around. And then as you inhale, reach arms up overhead, forward and up, opening the chest. As you exhale, start to raise one leg. And inhale the leg down. Exhale, start to raise the other leg, reaching the leg forward or on a diagonal. Good, inhale the leg down. And now moving the arms so that they're no longer straight up, but now they're reaching towards kind of the place where your ceiling meets your wall, if that makes sense, on a diagonal. You can stay here, or if you'd like to join me in a boat pose, begin to lift both legs up so that now your legs and arms form a kind of pie slice, if you think of an acute angle. Woo! And then slowly lower down the arms and the legs. You can bring your hands to your thighs and take a feeling breath. Okay, we'll come into a Sphinx pose, a seated Sphinx pose. So if you would like to join me, this is a little bit of a back bend. You can place your feet on the ground, push down. I'm using blocks for myself because I'm short. And then lean forward just a little, like you did in your cow position when we were doing cat and cow. Inhale and reach the arms up so that they frame your ears. And as you exhale, begin to feel into the back, and there should be a slope from the neck down to your sacrum. It'll feel like you're in a little bit of a back bend. If it's too much, you can always draw the belly button back towards the spine so that you're not back bending quite as much. Good, and then exhale the arms back down. To take a breath and feel and notice, maybe there's more energy running in your body, maybe it's heated a little, or you might feel more vibrancy in your arms and legs. Okay, let's take a twist. So for the twist, I'm going to do it a little differently than I did previously if you were in my last class. You can sit on your chair, if possible, with your legs pointing to the right. And I'm going to be giving you a little bit of the back view for this. Okay, inhale and feel for getting rooted through your legs, pressing the feet down. And then if you want to join me, exhale and start to twist towards the back of the room. And you can place your hands on the back of the chair. Good. So this offers you kind of a gaze over the back of the chair with both hands on that chair back. Good. When you're ready, you can start to come back to neutral so that you're facing in the same direction as your legs. And then we're going to reposition ourselves with the legs pointing to the left. So as you walk your legs and turn them to face the left side of the room, reposition yourself so that you feel comfortable on your chair. Yeah. It's kind of a distribution of weight so you feel grounded. Yeah, and then as you inhale, you can begin just by getting nice and tall through the spine. And if you'd like to join me in the twist, you can begin to twist towards the back of the chair. So you'll be twisting to the left, bringing the hands to the top of the back of your chair as you do that. And if you don't have a chair, you can always improvise, like if you're sitting on a couch. And then we'll unwind, make our way back to a position where our head is facing in the same direction as the legs. And start to turn the legs forward to come back to our starting position. All right, find a connection between your feet and the floor if possible. And we'll end in our mountain pose, bringing the arms alongside the body, spreading out the fingers. As you breathe, you might notice that you've created a little more space internally. You might feel more spacious in your body than you did at the beginning. Good. And then we're going to take a moment of mindful rest. If you'd like to take this mindful rest seated, you could stay in your seat. Another option is to lay down either on a mat or on a couch or bed if you happen to have that nearby. If you want, you could lie on your side or your back. For sideline, you may want to put a pillow under your head or a pillow under one knee. So I'm going to give you a few moments to choose and to get comfortable. For this rest, the eyes could be opened or closed. We're going to move our attention from our feet all the way up to the head. So as you continue to breathe, bring your attention to your feet, noticing their position. And then begin to bring your attention to your legs all the way up to the knees. So the fronts of the legs, the calves. And then you can begin to bring your attention to tops of legs, thighs, fronts and back. And all the way up to your hips and your low belly and your low back. And then continuing to breathe, maybe you bring your attention further up in the torso, all the way up to the neck and the upper back. And then start to run your attention to your hands, your wrists, your forearms, upper arms, and shoulders. My apologies for this noise. I'm on ground level. And then you can bring your attention to your neck, and then finally to your head, your face, maybe your eyes, ears, nose, mouth, any part that you feel drawn to, until your attention has made its way all the way up to the crown of the head. And we'll take about 30 more seconds of silent rest. And of course, if you'd like to stay for longer, if you're very comfortable, you're welcome to stay for longer. And I'd like to conclude with a quotation from Maya Angelou. And it's about resilience. She says, you cannot control events, all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to let them reduce you. So they don't need to be the thing that defines you, or the only thing that you focus on. So hopefully this class helped to expand your bandwidth for the rest of the day and helped you to get a little more energy and movement in your body. Again, I'm so very honored to be here, and my name is Shayna, and this has been an Exhale to Inhale yoga class. Thanks again.
Thank you, Shayna.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It was wonderful.
I'm so glad. Very happy to hear that.
Thanks, Shane.